There's a reason the art of war has survived longer than kingdoms and kings. It's not a dusty manual of ancient violence. It is a blueprint for domination, a mirror that forces you to look at war in every corner of life and realize you have been fighting blind. Most people mistake struggle for chaos. They stumble from crisis to crisis, answering every shout with panic, and call their losses bad luck. They are untrained, predictable, loud, and easy to break. Sun Tzu wrote for the opposite kind of person. The silent strategist who prefers invisibility to bravado, patience to fury, and cunning to force. This book will change how you think. Not gradually, not politely. It will rewire your instincts. It will teach you to measure time like a general, to treat words as weapons, and to read faces as maps to an enemy's weakness. You will stop reacting and start calculating. You will stop playing on someone else's board and begin building the board itself. Read it, and you will learn that victory is prepared long before the first clash. It is carved in silence, through observation, discipline, and the willingness to sacrifice immediate satisfaction for inevitable triumph. While others brawl for scraps, you will plan supply lines, predict terrain, and choose battles that leave your opponent wondering how they were defeated by ghosts. The art of war is not advice for killers. It is training for anyone who refuses to be naive. In business, it reveals how markets move like armies, flanking, feigning retreats, forging alliances. In relationships, it exposes the quiet calculations that decide loyalty and betrayal. Within your mind, its lessons become instruments of clarity. How to control fear, how to convert hesitation into advantage, how to harness anger rather than be consumed by it. Expect to see the world differently. You will notice patterns others miss. Repetition where others see coincidence, opportunity where others see obstacles. Conversations will reveal strategy. Smiles will disclose intent. The most dangerous people aren't loud. They are invisible, patient, and precise. Sun Tzu hands you the tools to be that person if you are willing to use them. This is a transformation of posture and perception. It is the slow replacement of instinct with intention. You will trade the comfort of reaction for the cold geometry of planning. You will find yourself asking before you move, what is the terrain? Who benefits from this fight? What will victory cost? These questions reshape decisions, and decisions reshape lives. Beware, understanding this book is optional. Changing because of it is compulsory. Once you internalize its doctrine, your tolerance for waste of time, energy, loyalty will vanish. You will cut alliances that cloud your path, conserve strength where others squander it, and strike where complacency leaves a throat exposed. That clarity feels ruthless because it is efficient. Success is not sentimental. It is systematic. If you want to stay the same, close this video and forget you ever heard the name Sun Tzu. If you want to be dangerous in a civilized world, to move like a shadow, to win before the bell rings, to turn hesitation into advantage, then listen closely. Learn the rules, but live between them. Move unseen. Plan with the patience of winter. Strike with the certainty of famine. This channel, Unselected, does not fluff lessons. We pull the needle out of history and hand it to you. By the time this summary ends, your mind will not be the one that opened this video. It will be sharper, colder, and more alert. It will expect patterns, prepare contingencies, and seek victory where others accept defeat. So take a breath and remember, the most decisive wars are fought within. Master that battlefield first, and every exterior opponent becomes merely a secondary problem, one you are already prepared to solve. Welcome to the art of war. Welcome to a new way of seeing.
Chapter 1. Laying Plans. The Calculations. Every war begins long before the first blade is drawn. Sun Tzu teaches that victory is not luck, it's calculation. The wise warrior studies 5 constant factors: the way, heaven, earth, command, and method. In modern life, these mean your values, timing, environment, leadership, and discipline. Those who ignore them fight blindly. To master war or life, you must know the terrain before you step on it. This chapter is a warning to the impulsive. Emotions are enemies of control. Never act out of rage or pride. Every move must serve the end game. The one who wins is not the strongest, but the one who has already planned the battle inside his mind. Before you fight, you must already know you've won. Chapter 2. Waging war consumes. It drains resources, time, and energy. Sun Tzu reminds us, prolonged conflict destroys even the victor. So strike fast, strike smart. Efficiency is the language of survival. In psychological war, the war of influence and ambition, wasting time is surrender. If you must fight, end it quickly. Every drawn-out struggle weakens your army or your mind. The goal is not endless battle, but decisive dominance. Victory means conserving strength while your opponent bleeds himself dry. Chapter 3. Attack. By strategy, Sun Tzu declares, the supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. In other words, control without confrontation. The best generals destroy minds, not bodies. In modern terms, this is psychological warfare. Manipulation, foresight, and strategy used to dismantle resistance before it forms. Your goal is not destruction, it's influence. If you can shape how your opponent thinks, you've already won. True power is silent, invisible, and patient. It breaks resistance before a sword is drawn. Only fools need to prove strength. Masters let others destroy themselves. Chapter 4. Tactical Dispositions. Positioning. A wise warrior never exposes himself to danger unnecessarily. Sun Tzu teaches, first secure yourself, then wait for openings. This isn't cowardice, it's discipline. Defend when the enemy is ready. Attack when he's unprepared. In life, this means mastering self-control. Protect your energy. Protect your emotions. Don't engage in every fight. Select the ones that shape your destiny. The strong appear calm because they have already fortified themselves within. Invincibility begins in the mind, not on the battlefield. Chapter 5. Energy, momentum. Every army, every individual, has a rhythm, a flow. Sun Tzu calls it the power of momentum. A wise commander doesn't fight against energy. He directs it. Like water, you must adapt. Flow when blocked, crash when the moment comes. In the psychology of power, momentum is emotional control. Anger wastes it. Patience multiplies it. The moment you can direct your energy and your enemies, you control the field. The key is timing. Unleash force only when it guarantees collapse. Until then, stay still, silent, watching. Chapter 6. Weak points and strong no enemy is perfect. Every strength hides a weakness. Sun Tzu teaches us to strike where the enemy is blind, not where he is strong. In modern life, this means exploiting patterns. Observing human behavior until you see the cracks in its armor. Never confront power directly. Instead, redirect it. Like a mirror, reflect aggression back upon its source. The manipulator never needs to be violent. He only needs to understand where to push. Control is not about domination. It's about precision. Chapter 7. Maneuvering. Here lies one of Sun Tzu's most brutal lessons. Movement without purpose is death. Every step, every word, every silence must serve your strategy. He warns against exhaustion, not of the body, but of will. In the wars of influence, many lose because they move too much. Stillness can be deadlier than action when used with intent. Master maneuvering by mastering patience. When others rush forward, you conserve your strength. When they grow confident, you dissolve into shadow. Victory belongs to the one who arrives prepared, not first. Chapter 8. Variation in tactics, predictability is suicide. The same method that worked once will fail when repeated. Sun Tzu commands, adapt to the changing field. In psychological combat, this means breaking patterns, becoming unreadable. Never let anyone know how you'll react. Confuse expectations, shift direction. Surprise creates fear, and fear is control. To survive in a manipulative world, you must evolve faster than those who observe you. Those who adapt become legends. Those who stagnate become stories. Chapter 9. The Army on the March. This chapter teaches awareness of signs, patterns, and energies around you. Sun Tzu describes reading the land, the clouds, the sounds of battle. In the mind's war, this translates to emotional intelligence. Watch people. Their words lie, but their tone tells the truth. The eyes reveal confidence or despair. Learn to read these signals, and you'll move through chaos as if you designed it. Awareness is armor. Ignorance is death. The warrior who sees beyond appearances controls reality itself. Chapter 10. Terrain. Terrain is not just geography, it's context. Sun Tzu divides it into categories: easy ground, dangerous ground, distant ground, and so on. Each demands a different strategy. In life, your terrain is your situation: career, relationship, conflict. Never use one strategy for all terrains. Adapt to environment or be buried by it. Your strength depends not on willpower alone, but on how well you understand the ground beneath your feet. Control the terrain, and the war bends to you. Chapter 11. The 9 situations. Sun Tzu describes 9 stages of battle, from dispersive ground to desperate ground. But his core message is psychological. People reveal their true power only when trapped. Desperate ground forces transformation. When there is no escape, fear becomes fuel. Sun Tzu uses this to forge soldiers who fight like demons. In life, sometimes you must burn the bridge behind you. When retreat is impossible, the mind sharpens, and hesitation dies. That's when you discover who you really are. Chapter 12. The attack by fire in Sun Tzu's world symbolizes chaos, destruction used with precision. To set fire is to unleash controlled devastation. But only a fool burns without purpose. In modern warfare of the mind, fire is emotional intensity, passion, pressure, manipulation. Use it to consume the enemy's stability, but never your own. The true master ignites others while remaining cold inside. Control the flames or become the ash. Chapter 13. The use of spies. The final chapter is the art of knowing everything before it happens. Sun Tzu glorifies intelligence, spies, informants, observation. Information is the deadliest weapon because it strikes before the sword. In today's world, that means reading motives, decoding behaviors, and predicting actions. Knowledge gives you control. Those who move blindly are already defeated. The mind that observes everything is the mind that rules silently. Power does not come from muscle. It comes from awareness. Conclusion. The Silent War. The Art of War is not a book about armies. It's a manual for power, control, and evolution. It teaches that the greatest wars are invisible, fought in silence, in strategy, within the human mind. To follow Sun Tzu is to become disciplined, detached, and dangerous. You stop reacting and start orchestrating. You learn that peace is just another form of control, and control begins with self-mastery. Once you read it, truly read it, you'll never see life as random again. Every interaction becomes a battle. Every choice a tactic, every word a weapon, and those who understand this never lose.
You've just walked through the shadow of the art of war. But here's the truth. Most people will forget everything they heard the moment this video ends. They'll nod, feel inspired for 5 minutes, and return to their predictable routines. Chasing distractions, reacting to emotions, surrendering to chaos. They will continue to lose the same invisible battles day after day, without even realizing they're at war. But not you. If you've made it this far, you've already crossed a line most people never even see. You've stepped into the mental battlefield Sun Tzu wrote about, the one that exists inside discipline, control, and silence. Remember what this book teaches. Victory begins before conflict. You win by preparation, not by luck. Power is invisible. The strongest minds don't scream, they calculate. Emotions are weapons. Either you wield them, or someone wields them against you. Timing is everything. The right action at the wrong moment is still defeat. And self-knowledge is the ultimate strategy. Because until you master yourself, every enemy owns you. Most people are slaves, not to others, but to their impulses. They get angry when provoked, distracted when tempted, broken when ignored. They call it being human. Sun Tzu would call it being untrained. To master life, you must master control, not of others, but of yourself. Every emotion must answer to you. Every thought must report to your command. The world bends to those who remain calm when others panic. Look back at what Sun Tzu truly revealed. He wasn't teaching you how to destroy enemies. He was teaching you how to predict them. He wasn't showing you how to dominate others. He was showing you how to remain untouched by manipulation. He wasn't glorifying war, he was exposing its psychology. And if you listen carefully, you'll realize this entire book is about power. The quiet kind. The kind that doesn't need permission. Because in a world full of noise, control is silence. In a world obsessed with speed, patience is power. And in a world drowning in ego, strategy is survival. Maybe you think this doesn't apply to you. That's exactly what the weak tell themselves before they fall. Every choice you make, every word, every hesitation, either strengthens your position or gives someone else the advantage. You are always at war, with fear, with doubt, with laziness, with the parts of you that prefer comfort over purpose. And the longer you deny it, the more you lose without even realizing it. So ask yourself, who commands your army? Do you or do your emotions? Who directs your time, your focus, your purpose? Because if you don't, someone else already does. The art of war is not ancient. It's eternal. Its lessons echo in every negotiation, every decision, every internal struggle you face. It doesn't just teach how to win. It teaches how not to lose yourself in the process. To apply it is to become strategic, disciplined, and unpredictable. A quiet storm in a world addicted to noise. The truth is simple. Most people wait for opportunity. The warrior creates it. Most people seek comfort. The warrior seeks clarity. Most people crave peace. The warrior earns it by mastering chaos. If you've listened this far, you already feel that shift. The quiet voice in your head that says you've been asleep for too long. Now it's time to wake up, to stop reacting, to start calculating, to treat your life like a battlefield worth winning. Every lesson you've heard today is a weapon, but weapons are useless in the hands of the undisciplined. Sharpen your mind, control your emotions, watch the world differently, and when you strike, make it silent, precise, and final. Because the art of war isn't a book you read, it's a code you live by. If this message reached you, if something inside you moved, don't let it fade. Join us, subscribe to Unselected. Here we don't read books, we extract power from them. We translate ancient wisdom into modern dominance. And together, we'll continue decoding the minds that shaped history, and the ones that will shape your future. Welcome to the next war. Welcome to your awakening. This is Unselected, and we're just getting started.